Park got a salary of $5,000 in his first month. If his salary now increased by 20%, what is his new salary? What is 148% of 50? Or the questions like, what is 12.5% of 760? I know everyone can solve this type of problems. But in this video I am going to show you how to solve these problems without even using pen and paper. Let's understand the basics. What is 50% of 100? We know 50% of any number is actually the half of that number. So it will be 100 by 2, that is 50. What is 100% of 50? We know 100% of any number is actually the number itself. So the answer is 50. Now by combining both of this, we can write 50% of 100 equal to 100% of 50. Also from this we can get a condition, that is x% of y equal to y% of x. By using this condition, we can make some complex problem really easy. Let's have a look. What is 148% of 50? Now by using the condition x% of y equal to y% of x, we can write 148% of 50 equal to 50% of 148. So 50% of any number is half of that number. So in this case, 50% of 148 equal to half of 148, which gives us 74. Let's see another one. What is 36% of 25? So we can write it as 25% of 36. As we know, 50% is half of the number, so 25 will be half of half, that is 1/4 of the number. So in this case it will be 1/4 of 36, which gives us 9. Let's understand one more beautiful concept. What is 100% of 3200? From earlier we know that it will be the number itself, so it is 3200. Now what is 50% of 3200? As we know, 50% equal to 100% by 2, so the answer will be 3200 by 2, so it will be 1600. Now what is 10% of 3200? We can write 10% equal to 100% by 10, so the answer will be 3200 by 10, so it will be nothing but 320. Now what is 1% of 3200? 1% can be written as 100% by 100, so the answer will be 3200 by 100, that is 32. Now after understanding how to calculate 100%, 50%, 10% and 1% of any number, we can calculate any percentage of any number. Let's check it out. The question is, what is 23% of 3200? We can write 23% as 20% plus 3%. As we know, 10% of 3200 is 320. So what will be its 20%? It will be nothing but double of this number, right? So 320 into 2, which gives us 640. Also we know what is 1% of 3200. 1% of 3200 is 32. So what will be 3%? It will be thrice of this number, right? 32 into 3 gives us 96. Now by adding 20% to 3%, we'll get the final answer, that is 23%. So the answer is 640 plus 96, which gives us the final answer, that is 736. Now once you understood all the steps, you should try to do the problem in the mind itself. Let's take another example. What is 49% of 3200? Now you should pause the video and think how you can break 49 and get the answers easily. Okay, 49 can be breaked as 50% minus 1% for easy calculation. And also we know 50% of 3200 is 1600 and 1% of 3200 is 32. So the answer is 1600 minus 32. Now doing simple simplification, you can find the answer. The answer is 1568. Now let's try some more examples. What is 56% of 3200? Take your time. Let's see you can solve it or not. Okay, 56% can be breaked as 50% plus 5% plus 1% to get the answers easily. Now 50% of 3200 is 1600. To know how to calculate 5%, we should know 10% first. 10% of 3200 is 320. So 5% will be half of 320, that is 160. Now to calculate 1%, we should divide 3200 by 100. So the answer will be 32. And we will add 1600 plus 160 plus 32 to get our final answer. So our final answer will be 1792. Our next question is, what is 18% of 70? For easy calculation, we will break 18 as 10% plus 8%. Now 10% of 70 is 7. And to know how to calculate 8%, we should find 1% first. 1% of 70 is 0.7. So 8% will be 0.7 into 8, that is 5.6. So add 7 with 5.6 to get your final answer. So our answer will be 12.6. Our next question is, what is 96% of 130? For easy calculation, we will break 96% as 100% minus 4%. 100% of 130 is 130 itself. And to get 4%, we should know what is 1%. 1% of 130 is 0.13. So to get 4%, we will multiply it with 4. So the answer will be 130 minus 5.2. After subtracting 5.2 from 130, we get the final answer as 124.8. We are going to end our video by solving the questions that we have started with. The question was, Park got a salary of $5,000 in his first month. If his salary increased by 20%, then what is his new salary? We know any number can be written as 100% of itself. And now increment of 20%. So his new salary will be 100% plus 20%, that is 120% of his old salary. As written above, 100% equal to $5,000. And to calculate 20%, we should know what is 10%. 10% of 5,000 is 500. So 20% will be into 2, that is 1,000. So Park's present salary is $6,000. Now we have reached the end portion of our video lecture. And this is our last question. What is 12.5% of 760? For easy calculation, we should break 12.5% as 10% plus 2% plus 0.5%. 10% of 760 is 76. 2% of 760 is 7.6 into 2. And 0.5% of 760 is 7.6 divided by 2, that is 3.8. And after simplification, we will get the total answer as 95. So this was all about today's lecture. If you like the video, please don't forget to press the like button. And to get more such videos, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you.